at the time and witnessed the shooting. Charlie, you have that person with you right now.
Up over here, Isabel Flores, 15 years old, freshman. Tell us where you were when you heard these shots.
Okay, I was in the back during oral history where the classes were at, and I was walking to my class, and little do you know, I hear gunshots, and I seen the guy bleeding through his cheek, and we all ran through like the back where the pool's at, and then we went through the gym, and then we went in the back, and the guy was still bleeding, and then we just all went from the back to all the houses in the back, and the ambulance started coming, make sure everybody was okay, make sure the guy was okay, but he was bleeding, ripped, and that's all I seen.
So this is after lunch this happened, and this was between the classes, between lunch and then the changing of the next class, is that right?
Between, yes.
And in the area of the school, it was in the history class, that area. Describe the area where those shots were.
In the hallway, there was 2 doors, and there was another door right here, a window, and you keep walking, there was like lockers right there, and then when you turn, it was like right there. All I hear was 5 gunshots nonstop, kept going, and then after that, I was out the building.
And then you saw one of the people hit just describe the person. You didn't know this student though, did you?
I did not know the student, but he was wearing green, kind of like a brunette color. He had like long hair, kind of like to his ears. He khaki pants, and like shoes were like black, and they were like Nike, and he was just bleeding. That's all I seen.
Where was he bleeding from?
He was bleeding from the face, the chin right here, and through his arm, dripping blood.
What did you think when you saw this?
Repeat that again?
No, it's just you must have been upset when you saw this. Then.
Yes, I froze.
Was someone helping him, coming to his rescue?
No, he was walking by himself at first, and then everybody looked at him, and they seen he was bleeding, so they helped him. You know, when we got out, they helped him, and then he walked by himself, and he went in the car.
All right, you were trying to get out of the school. Is that Spartan time? Can you describe the running? People were running, is that right?
Yes, people were running. The teacher stopped us at first because she didn't know what was going on, but the teacher got pushed, and then we just ran out.
Where did you go after you got out of the school?
I went from the back where where they play football, where the football is area, and I went down there, and then I went by these houses where the subdivision was at houses.
All right, Isabel, thank you. Let me bring in a couple of other people here. First of all, Raquel, and your friends are over here, Ricardo and George. But Raquel, you heard the shots as well. And what did you do when you heard all the shots?
I stopped and froze for a bit because I didn't know what that was. But then I heard a second shot go off, and I just ran out the door, just ran with my friends.
And tell us, describe what you guys were doing too.
We were walking with our other friend, Damien, and the first shot went off, and we kind of just stood there thinking what it was. Then the second one went off, we kind of did the same thing, and the third one went off, and that's when like everyone started running, and so did we. We ran like the opposite direction from the bullets.
Did you know what was going on? And did anybody see the shooter?
No, I did not.
And Charlie's.
You know the student, and you did not see anyone that was hit. Is that right?
No.
So what was going on? Was this chaos? Or did you know what was going on, or you just wanted to get out?
Just wanted to get out.
Pure chaos. Pure chaos. Right when everyone was getting out, people were getting into their cars. It was just, everyone was just afraid to get hit.
Everybody was falling.
Yeah.
I fell.
You fell?
Yeah.
You fell trying to get out?
Yeah, it was like, because it was like really slippery outside.
It was like a stampede or something to get out?
Not really, because like I was like one of the first ones out. So it was like not that many people, but then like later on there was.
And I understand that you guys went to the Meijer. Is that where you were? Why the Meijer? Is that close by?
We were just told to. We were just told to go there.
And then what happened? How'd you leave the school? Because you guys, this is Pontiac. It's about a 20-minute drive from where we're at right now to the school or so. So how did you get from the Meijer parking lot back to your house here?
Right when I ran out those doors, I called my mom, panicking to pick me up, to get like a little head start for her to get here.
Looking back on what happened, what's going through your mind right now?
The only thing I was thinking about was like the people around me and if they were okay. And then like at one point, I was like almost like falling behind in the crowd that was like pushing up so they could get out. And then my friend, like he like helped me, he like put himself behind me, so like he made sure that nothing happened to me.
When everyone started running, I thought about my sister, Isabel.
Come here, Isabel. Get in here. You guys are right. Go ahead.
I just thought about her, and like I called her and stuff, and trying to figure out where she was. And I ended up I was in the front of the school, And main office, she was in the back of the school, so I like didn't know what to do. And she told me that she was safe, so I had to continue to go to Myers, and my mom picked her up from the subdivisions or something.
All right, last question to you. I mean, what's going through your mind right now after you saw someone actually get hit with a bullet?
I don't even know, to be honest. My mind was everywhere. I was like so shocked, like this happened. I seen it, you know, and it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just a lot going on right now, and I feel like send prayers to the people who did get hurt and stuff, you know, because it's pretty sad.
You'll be able to go back to school. 3 of your fellow students killed that we're understanding now.
No, I won't be able to. It's a lot.
All right. Listen, thank you so much for what you went through, and take some time to just let this settle in, okay? I appreciate it, all right? Again, we're here in Pontiac. This is we're about 20 minutes or so away from the Oxford High School. You just heard from 4 students, one of them who actually saw the victim bleeding, as she described, from the cheek, blood down his arm, and then the students just tried to get out of the school. That's what they were just trying to do. They made it home. They are safe. Obviously now learning the details. 3 of their fellow students killed in this terrible incident at Oxford High School. I just want to thank you so much. I'll send it back to you in the studio. We're live.
Charlie, the courage that these young people have, still in a state of shock, to talk about what happened just 2.5 hours ago is amazing. You just got to give them a lot of credit for that.
Yeah, and I tell you what, they listen.
You guys
we're
need
just saying
me,
how
whatever.
you know how how brave you are for just telling this story, but it's just so sad. We wish you the best. Okay, all right. Why don't you go ahead and get some sleep or so? Okay, if you can. All right. Really, it's an amazing a group of kids. I mean, what they've witnessed and what they had to go through. Obviously, they're going to be thinking about it for a while. But they're all on their phones right now. They're trying to talk to their fellow students to find out even more details. But as you said, they got out. These 4 were safe. Again, it could have been a lot worse. I'll send it back to you guys.
Charlie Langton for us live, talking to students over there. Taryn, we just obtained video a few minutes ago, a video from inside the school of when they hear a voice of apparently the shooter claiming he's the sheriff and telling everybody to get out, at which point everybody inside of that classroom then goes and hides under a desk. Some very chilling and just terrible situation happening inside of Oxford High School.
Right.
3 people dead, 6 people hurt.
And you just have to imagine the chaos that those kids were in the middle of, and the confusion. You heard one student that Charlie spoke to. He didn't know what was going on at first, but once he did, he wanted to get out of there quickly. Ardina Sanafani, who